My name's Corey, just an ordinary guy out doing some four-wheeling outside of Moab, and came across a pretty cool sighting. My buddies and I came across two what appear to be pre-production Land Rover Defender OCTAs. I initially sent some footage to TFL Truck, and they did a little piece on their TFL Now channel. But Ben, with new Defender mods, has social media and a website, reached out to me and asked for some footage and a little more detail on kind of what we saw. And so that's what this is. This footage was captured outside of Moab on Poison Spider Mesa, Saturday, March 23rd, 2024.
The factory Land Rover Defenders here testing this vehicle out. Hey, it looks like she's getting around pretty good. You all have a good one.
I do.
Oh, there's another one. They are testing those things out.
Now, if you type in Land Rover OCTA or Defender OCTA, you will see that Land Rover already has a little buildup starting on their own official website. It sounds like this thing may have a twin turbocharged V8 mild hybrid north of 600 horsepower, so it's pretty extraordinary. There's a few things that are very notable here, one of which is that they were on Poison Spider Mesa Trail, which is rated a 7 out of 10. What's 7 out of 10 mean? It means steps exceeding 48 inches, front and rear lockers, 35-inch tires or larger, maximum clearance with tow hooks, winch is desirable, excellent driving skills, mechanical, body damage likely, and a potential of rollovers. What's really cool is that we were lucky enough to catch them at an obstacle called the Waterfall. This is one of the tougher obstacles that they were actually coming down, so they had already been up it. I'm not aware of any bypasses around this obstacle. It's an off-camber, kind of jagged, just a difficult obstacle, steep obstacle to traverse.
This is the one where I believe we've got to stay to the left once we're around. That's the most difficult, dangerous section. Luckily, the four-wheelers are narrow enough that we can get down this left side, whereas the other rigs have a little more difficulty with it.
Now, I would have loved to have gotten some better close-ups from all around, but we didn't realize what this was until they let us by. And kind of trail etiquette, when somebody lets you by, you don't then stop and slow them down. So we wanted to be respectful and courteous to them, so we got the best shots we could while flowing and continuing on down the trail.
What'd you ask him, Jeff?
How it's doing out here? He says, doing fine. Not a stock. They're not really stock vehicles.
They're not?
That's what he said.
They're not what?
Stock?
It's not like your stock vehicles.
The biggest part of this story is the significance to the date and time and trail. The reason the date is significant is because this was a Saturday, the first day of the Easter Jeep Safari. This was mid-afternoon, like in probably the most busy, popular time during the day to be on a trail. And then the trail, Poison Spider Mesa, which is, in my opinion, the number 1 or number 2 off-road trail. One might say Hell's Revenge is more popular, but it's a 6 out of 10. This is a 7 out of 10. So my point being, I don't think it's an accident they were there on the first day of the Easter Jeep Safari on one of the most popular trails and on a difficult trail. I do not doubt that they were trying to learn things about this vehicle and test it out, but part of me wonders, with all of that information, if they weren't actually looking for a little visibility and hype as they approach whatever release date they have. There were two, I'm not sure, one maybe slightly looked different than the other, but it may have just been the camouflage covering or wrap. At any rate, hope somebody gets something out of this footage. It was definitely cool to see in person.
Yeah.